Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Codiak, and we are here looking at the Druid for pre-Legion PTR pre-patch. Legion Pre-Patch PTR. There we go. So, here's what we're doing. I have not looked at Druids for a while now, and I thought it might be cool if we both took a look at each of the specs that the Druid has, and kind of explored them together and see what changes are coming in Legion. So I'm going to take everything off my bar here. This is set up obviously for one of my characters on Arthas, and yeah, so while I'm doing that, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. So I am the raid leader for Exiled Power. Exiled Power is a 2-day raiding guild. We focus on progression content, and we have a good time doing it. You know, we spend 2 days a week raiding as hard as we can. We are a 12 of 12 mythic guild. We are the only 2-day 12 of 12 mythic guild on Arthas, and it's something we're really proud of. So we're going to keep that going in Legion, hopefully, and check out some of these new raids, some of these new classes, or new specs, maybe in the new class. So let's take a look. Let's start. I guess I'm in Guardian, so let's start with Guardian. So what does Blizzard say is our main abilities here? Mangle, melee attack, short cooldown, generates rage, swipe, melee hit that hits all nearby enemies. Iron Fur, now this one's kind of new. Ability that spends rage to massively increase your armor for a short time. That's kind of neat, I like that. Frenzied Regen, ability that spends rage to heal you. Thrash, which is a melee attack that hits all enemies nearby. Dealing initial damage and stacking damage over time. Oh, that's a little bit different, I believe. And Bark Scan, ability to reduce all damage for a short time. Alright, honesty time, guys. I haven't played a Bear Druid in quite some time, as you can see. I've got some gear here. I've got some gear. I guess I got 4-piece, but heroic, so it's been a while. So let's look at some of our moves. Let's start dragging stuff to our bar. Obviously, we're going to want to be in bear form. Hey, there I am. Little bear. Little bear. Cool. So let's see here. So Bark Skin, major cooldown. Let's bring that to the bar. Bear form we're already in. Dash we'll bring up, but let's not worry about it too much right now. Roots we don't need. Frenzied Regen, let's bring that up. Growl, obviously, we'll want that. Healing Touch, see if it plays the same way as it did in Draenor, we'll probably want that on the bar. Roar, I won't put on the bars for now. Iron Fur, I'm loving this. It looks cool, I love that little icon, it's sweet looking. Mangle, Mark of the Ursoc, reduces magical damage taken for 30% for 6 seconds. That's cool. My biggest complaint with bears has always been that we suck at taking magical damage. 45 rage and had a 0.5 cooldown. So if you've got the rage, you've got yourself some magic reduction. Maul, we'll bring that to the bar, obviously. Moonfire, I don't think we need this, but I'll bring it to the bar. Like I said, I haven't played this. I haven't looked at any of the Legion things. Prowl, Rebirth, Remove Corruption. We'll keep all this stuff off the bar. Our Interrupt here, let's get rid of that. Our Interrupt here, we'll put that on the bar. Stampeding Roar, we'll bring that to the bar. Survival Instincts, Swipe, Thrash. What else we got? Alright, that looks like it's it for its core abilities, and shocker, we've got about 4 or 5 core abilities. Now this seems to be a trend with Legion, we all know that. So let's just take a look. I mean, it looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward, guys. I'm not going to lie. So we have our AoE swipe. It's just an AoE swipe, nothing to it. Mangle. Mangle's the target for 25,000 damage. Deals 20% additional damage against bleeding targets. Okay, well, so what's our bleed? Well, Thrash, I think, is going to be our bleed here. Strikes all nearby enemies, dealing 16,000 damage. Bleed damage and an additional 5,000 over 15 seconds. When applied from bear form, this effect can stack up to 3 times. So, pretty straightforward. We're going to want to Thrash, we're going to want to get 3 stacks up, and we're going to want to Mangle. And Mangle. Because Mangle is going to do that much more damage against targets that are bleeding. And then Maul. Maul is our 2.64 second cooldown. Maul the target for 9,000 damage. So our filler slash, middle of the road kind of attack. So nothing crazy there. Let's look at talents. Let's look at talents. Alright, tier 15, Brambles. Sharp Brambles protect you, absorbing and reflecting up to 1500 damage from each attack. While Barkskin is active, the Brambles also deal 1600 nature damage to all enemies nearby. Alright, cool. So a little interplay with Barkskin here. That's cool. Bristling Fur, we know that from Warlords. Bristling Fur causing you to generate... Oh, this is different. Generate Rage based on damage taken. So the cooldown effect... the damage reduction effect is gone, but the rage building, this new rage building thing is in there. That's interesting. So if you're short on rage, or maybe you want to be a little bit more of an offensive bear, I'm not sure. Blood Frenzy. Thrash also generates 2 rage each time it deals damage. Okay, Thrash. Let's remember what Thrash is here. Thrash is our strikes all enemies nearby, dealing 16,000 bleed damage and 5,000 bleed damage over the next 15 seconds. So, more rage each time it deals damage. Ticks, I guess we'll have to find that out. Let's look at 30. Guttural Roars. Increase the radius of Stampeding Roar by 200%, and the radius of Incapacitating Roar by 100, and reduce the cooldown of Stampeding Roar by 50%. That is kind of cool. I am all about raid utility, guys. I am not a number cruncher. I am not a theory crafter. So raid utility for me is huge. And that's really cool, because we know a bear is probably not going to take Displacer Beast. We all know what Displacer Beast is. Teleports us 20 yards down the row there. And Wild Charge, it's always been a little weird. I don't use it. I've never seen anybody that does use it. And it's always been a little awkward. And in a bear form, charge an enemy, immobilizing them. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Maybe a leveling thing if you want that extra immobilization, but I don't think you're going to want it. I don't think you're going to need it. So I'm all about this Guttural Roar. I'm going to take that right now. Alright, 45. Affinities. Alright, so you gain some kind of buff for being an affinity. Alright, so if I take Balance Affinity, increase the range of all your abilities by 5 yards. I learn Moonkin Form, Star Surge, Lunar Strike, Solar Wrath, Sunfire. Alright, so if I want to be a pseudo Boomkin as a bear, I don't really get it. Feral Affinity, increase your movement speed by 15%, and you get Shred, Rip, and Ferocious Bite. Your energy regeneration is increased by 35%. I guess. I mean, now I can be a pseudo cat, but the 15% movement speed's kind of cool. And then Restoration Affinity here. Heals you for 3% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. If you're at full health, a random nearby injured ally will also be healed, or will be healed. So if I want to be a pseudo healer, that does not sound appealing to me. I am not a healer as a bear. I never think I should be. I'm going with Feral Affinity. I mean, the feline swiftness, the 15%, all tanks will tell you, the faster we are, the faster we can bridge the gap, faster we can deal with encounters, faster we can deal with mechanics. So that's the one I'm taking right now. Maybe something will reveal itself and these two will be great, but I don't know about that for right now. Alright, tier 60, we know these. Mighty Bash, Mass Entanglement, Typhoon. I don't need to go into them. These are CCs, obviously. Yeah, let's just take Mighty Bash. Let's keep the bear thing going. Alright, tier 75 here. Soul of the Forest. Mangle generates 5 more rage and deals 15% more damage. Okay, that's huge. Mangle's a key ability for us, so that's pretty good. That's right off the bat. That's really big. Incarnation. Now we know this is our cooldown. An improved bear form that reduces the cooldown of all melee abilities and Growl to 1.5 seconds and causes Mangle to hit up to 3 targets. Lasts 30 seconds. You may freely shapeshift in and out of this improved bear form for its duration. Okay, now that's kind of a combo, right? So, Incarnation, Guardian of Ursoc. So that's a combo of, and I cannot for the life of me remember the ability right now, but that would make your Mangle almost spammable and hit up to 3 targets. So that was a Warlords thing. So now it's kind of woven in with this cooldown reduction and AoE-ish type ability. So, ad fights, things like that, that may be the way to go if you want to hit multiple targets, kind of maximize yourself as the bear. You have your abilities, obviously, you have your swipe and your thrash, but if you want a little bit more, there you go. Alright, let's take a look at Galactic Guardian. Your damage has 10% chance to trigger a free automatic Moonfire on that target. When this occurs, the next Moonfire you cast generates 15 rage. that's kind of cool. So we had a little bit of that interplay before with Healing Touch, but now it looks like it's happening with Moonfire. So we're going to get a proc, and we're going to see, hey, hit your Moonfire button. Hit our Moonfire, boom, 15 rage. Pretty cool. Is that a DPS increase over Soul of the Forest? I doubt it. Is it better than Soul of the Forest? I doubt it, but only time will tell, right? So let's take Soul of the Forest for right now, just for kicks. Tier 90, Earth Warden, Guardian of Balloon, Survival of the Fittest. Let's take a look. Reduces cooldown of Bark Skin and Survival Instincts by 33%. That's Survival of the Fittest here. That's cool. Alright, cooldown reduction. I'm down with that. Guardian of Balloon. Mangle increases the duration of your next Iron Fur or Mark of the Ursock by 2 seconds, or healing of your next Frenzied Rejuvenation regeneration by 20%. Okay, so that's a little bit of interplay. There's a little bit going on there. Increases your duration of your cooldowns, your cooldowns Iron Fur and Mark of Ursock, and gives you a little bit of healing to Frenzied Regeneration, so that's cool. And then Earth Warden. Every 6 seconds you gain a charge of Earth Warden, reducing the damage of the next auto attacks you take by 30%. Earth Warden may have up to 3 charges. Okay, so this sounds like a shield that I don't have to manage, and that's pretty cool. Every 6 seconds I'm going to gain a charge, right? And that charge is going to reduce my next auto attack that I take by 30%. So think of it like a pseudo shield from, say, a shaman, or I don't want to say a priest bubble, but some kind of shield mechanic that you don't have to manage. That's tasty. That's pretty cool if it's a big auto attack fight, lots of adds or lots of hard hitting auto attack things. Survival of the Fittest also looks pretty cool. I'm not sure how Guardian of Balloon is going to work. We're going to have to see about that one. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Earth Warden because that just sounds cool to me. And let's see, last tier, 100%. Rend and Tear, Lunar Beam, Pulverize. Alright, Rend and Tear. While in bear form, Thrash also increases your damage dealt to the target and reduces the damage you take from the target by 2%. That's really cool. I'm okay with that. It's a passive. I don't have to manage it. I'm going to be thrashing like a crazy mother anyways, so I'm down with that. Lunar Beam. Summons a beam of lunar light at your location, dealing 53,000 damage and healing you for 161,000 over 8 seconds. Alright, so I feel like that, if you're into lore, if you're into that stuff, great. That does not seem very bear-like to me. I don't even know if I can use that as a bear. I don't know why they'd give it to me if I couldn't, but okay, so there we go. And then Pulverize, a devastating blow that consumes 2 stacks of your Thrash on the target to deal 36,000 physical damage and reduce all damage you take by 8% for 20 seconds. Okay, so Pulverize kind of worked in a similar way in Warlords, where you would stack your attacks there, and then you would Pulverize after you had 3 of them, and then you'd get some reduction, right? 20 seconds gives you enough time, I think, to build it back up. So that's not a bad option if you want some consistent damage, if you can maintain it, right? Any kind of tank cooldown we want to be able to maintain. So that 8% for 20 seconds, if you're only keeping it up for 20 seconds and then you let it fall off for 20 seconds, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. I'm going to take Rend and Tear. It's new, it's exciting, it's flashy. So I'm okay with that. And let's see, what am I going to take in this first tier here? Let's go full force DPS build. So Blood Frenzy, Guttural Roar, Feral Affinity, Mighty Bash, Soul of the Forest. Let's see. Yeah, we'll stick with Earth Warden and Rend and Tear. Alright, cool. So let's go into bear form. Let's take a look. Make sure I got everything in my bars. I think it's pretty straightforward. And let's just take a look at my gear really quick. You know, like I said, I haven't played this guy in a while, so let's see what his tier bonuses are doing. Iron Fur also increases heals done to you by 20%. Awesome. Iron Fur is going to be huge. Huge for the bear. I love it. No cooldown. It's a rage spender. And if the rage regeneration is as good as it was in Warlords, at least I felt it was good, then we're going to be in business. I'm just moving some things around here. I didn't see any interplay with Healing Touch. Let's just look at our passives really quick to double check. A couple passives. Feline Swiftness, we know that. We talented into that. Gore, Using Thrash Swiper Moonfire has a 15% chance to reset the cooldown of Mangle and cause it to generate an additional 4 rage. Okay, so we are using Moonfire. Cool. Unless this is just a tooltip that applies to the other specs as well. I doubt it. Alright, Mastery, Nature's Guardian. Increase your maximum health and healing by 29%. Also increases your attack power by 29%. Okay, cool. So, Mastery, Nature's Guardian. Love it. Thick Hide, reduces all damage taken by 10%. Sounds like a bear thing. I'm okay with it. Alright, so. Let's get into it, shall we? We don't even remember where my buttons are. Here we go. Let's move that down there. There we go. I'm going to use Tank Trinkets. I don't really have anything else. Maybe do I have a Soul Cap? I have a Soul Cap. Let's keep it off for now. I don't want to screw you guys up. I'm not going to use the ring. Oh, hey, look at that. You see that there? Warlord's Trinket nerf. So they're working on it. All right, here we go. Let's charge in. Let's take on this guy right here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'm going to build my Thrash, right? Oh, I can't build them that fast. So there's 2 stacks, all right, and now it's Mangle. Boom. And look, I am just sitting on rage. So boom, Iron Fur. Okay, guys, this is it. This is it. This is it right here. 3 buttons, 4 buttons, cooldowns. I'm just kind of hitting what comes up, right? Another Iron Fur there. And I'm getting pummeled. I'm getting pummeled. I'm getting pummeled. I'm getting pummeled. So what do I got? Oh, I gotta back out. I gotta back out. Gonna die. Gonna die. I didn't use Frenzy Rejuvenation once. So that's because I don't really have it in a good spot. Let's move it over here. Alright, so Frenzy Rejuvenation, healing every couple seconds there. Let's heal myself. Let's heal myself. Oh, I can't. I won't even cast it while I'm shapeshift anymore. So Healing Touch, no longer part of what the bear is, from what I can tell. Now I know it was part of what your bear rotation was as a Warlord's Drainer bear, but it doesn't look like it's part of it now. So that's interesting. So let's get back into bear form. I'm kind of healed up. Do I got any food? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. Let me put that back on my bar. Oh boy. Screwing everything up, as usual. Can ask anybody in Exiled Power. Screwing everything up. Alright, cool. So let's get in there. Let's do this one more time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I'm building my Thrash. Hitting procs. There's a Moonfire. Keep the dot. Let's keep the dot up, you know? Uber Strike. Oh, there we go. There's a proc. I'm going to use Frenzy Rejuvenation, or Regeneration this time. Popping Iron Fur. Survival there. Instincts. This is it, guys. This is pretty straightforward stuff. This is really not that complicated. You know, hit your cooldowns when you need them. Generate that rage. You're sitting on your abilities for a little bit. And that may change with the artifact weapon, but I'm not going into that because I don't even know what it does. So cool. So there we go. There's a look at kind of our bear abilities. Let's switch out some talents really quick. Let's take one more look at some of these things. Let's see. Let's do brambles. That sounds cool. Oh, let me get away from this guy. Kitty cat out of this thing. Alright, so there we go. So I'll put on brambles. What else should I put on? What else? Let's try Lunar Beam. That's cool, right? That sounds pretty neat. Is it a bear thing? It's still there. It's still there, guys. Guardian of a Loon. Let's do, I mean, Survival of the Fittest is pretty straightforward, right? You guys know that. But let's see. Let's do the Guardians of a Loon. Mangle increases your duration of your Iron Fur and Mark of Ursoc. Cool. Here we go. Let's charge in. Let's see what this this new ability does. Let's just hit it. Oh, cool. Look at this. Look at this. So let's take a look. Summon a beam of Lunar Light, dealing 53,000 damage and healing you. So it's like a little AoE attack plus heal. So AoE fights. This is the AoE ability. That's pretty neat. I like that. I get it now. It didn't sound very beary, but if, you know, this kind of lunar beam is going to come down and shine on my bear, I'm okay with it. Alright, let's take Pulverize. Oh, I guess I gotta wait. This is long. Oh my gosh, a minute and a half. That doesn't seem worth it. Doesn't seem worth it. Wow. Minute and a half. So let's see, 6-minute fight. You're gonna hit that 4 times if you're hitting it on cooldown. You know, but if ads are only up certain parts of the fight, it doesn't seem worth it. Pulverize, definitely going to be thrown in the mix here. You know, definitely consuming your thrashes. So Pulverize and Thrash working together. I'm just waiting for this to come off cooldown now, guys. There's not much else to look at on the bear. I'm happy, I'm sad, you know. He's going to dance away here, and I'm okay with it. I'm going to let him do his thing. I used to love the bear. The bear's got some cool stuff behind him. He's always been a newer raider friendly class to play, class spec to play the bear. So I'm happy with I'm happy with some of these changes. Like I said, I'm not the resident expert on bears, so you may hate him. Let me know. You know, put your comments in the section below here. Here we go. Let's charge in. I took Lunar Flare off, or Lunar Beam off. I put back Pulverize. Gonna move these around. Here we go. Let's charge back in. Yeah, let's just charge back in on this guy. Yeah, now let's charge back in on that guy. That wouldn't make any sense, would it? Alright. Let's get some thrashes up on this boy. Alright, there's my first thrash. One more thrash. There's the second one. Alright. Oh boy, I didn't put Pulverize on my bar. Let's put it on my bar real quick. Alright, so I've got 3 stacks up. Boom. Took 2 of them away. Pulverize. Damage reduction for 20 seconds. Let's see if I can get it back up in that time. Because that's the key, right? That's the key. Oh, there's my bar skin. Look at that. That's a cool animation. That's really cool. Boom. It's back up. Oh, and look, a little carryover. That's awesome. So look, there's a lot of options, right? There's a lot of options in here. You know, a little bit of a Thorns ability. We've got Rage Regeneration. We've got Extra Rage. We've got these cool things down here with Pulverize, Lunar Beam, Rend and Tear. They've done a lot of really cool things to the bear. I am happy with it. The waiting on abilities is a little weird to me. I'm so used to spamming an ability as a bear. And maybe I'm playing it wrong. I don't really know. But definitely some good changes. Some changes that if you like playing a bear, I think you're going to like these changes. I don't know if it's that strong. I seem to be taking a lot of damage there just from the training dummy. Nothing I could really do. Frenzy Rejuvenation did not seem to be very strong. Oh, okay. Here we didn't look at Frenzy Regeneration heals you for 40% of all the damage taken in the last 5 seconds over 3 seconds. So I was taking a pretty consistent amount of damage. You know, these training dummies are pretty consistent, but didn't seem to do that much. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright guys, this has been my first impression of the Bear Druid in the Legion Pre-Patch PTR. My name is Codiak. I am with Exiled Power on Arthas, and thanks for checking out the video.